This is CALMAT for CALMAT Spring 2013 Business Law Assignment video. Now I will turn the camera to the presentation. Topic: gun control. Are you for the gun control, or are you against the gun control? Before we get started, let's try to figure it out what is proposed for the gun control. So what is exactly the gun control? Is this the taking away of the right, the Second Amendment right, for individual U.S. citizens to own a gun? Or the control of ownership of the gun? Or control the buying and the selling of the gun? What, who, and how? My positions. First of all, if it is about the taking away people's right to own a gun, I am against it. I'm totally against it. The U.S. Constitution has stated that within the Bill of Rights, it protects the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Supreme Court has issued two landmark decisions in 2008 and 2010. It stated that the Second Amendment protects the individual's right to possess a firearm unconnected to service in the militia, and to use that arm for traditionally lawful purposes, such as self-defense within the home, within many long-standing prohibitions and restrictions on armed possessions. So, if the gun control is for the controlling ownership of the gun, the licensed and keepsakes of the gun, and for this approach, I agree with this approach. Basically, only the capable person has the right to own a gun. The capable person will be a law-abiding citizen who does not have a criminal record, or a healthy person who does not have any mental illness, has the capability to handle the gun. And also, I believe it's a personal responsibility for the safe keep of the gun, and to not let the gun get to the wrong hands, like to criminal, children, or any mental ill person. It is important that gun can be kept in a very safe locations for all time. So gun safety is very important. People need to have proper training. And also people need to have really a sense of personal responsibilities to make sure that you can keep the gun and manage that, the ownership of the gun, to keep it out of reach of some people or person who should not have the access to the gun. So the third issue is that, is this because for the ban, the buying and selling of the gun? I'm against that. I'm against the ban of the guns altogether. Again, this will be against the Constitution. I'm against of any new meaningless gun control laws. So what and who and how? So basically, there are existing laws. The Brady Bill that was signed in 1993 by President Clinton and effective in law in 1994 It's stated clearly in terms of the background check for who can and will own the gun, and also the background check for the licensed resellers. It also stated the specific ban for the assaulted weapons. So only a certain gun can be owned and purchased by law-abiding citizens. Certain guns that are only for the military and law enforcement purposes. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it stated in terms of the background check that covers who can buy the gun, and it covers what can be bought. That's the assault weapon ban. So I guess the most important is how to enforce existing law. Especially the most important is the gun sellers. Licensed gun sellers have the right to sell the gun to any general public. It is important that we can regulate this by the law enforcement and also the intelligence agencies to make sure that all the licensed gun sellers can properly follow the law. We also need to crack down the illegal gun sellings. It is not right that we just react to any instance and tragedy related to the gun with new gun control laws. It's unfortunate that tragedy happens at a school, but there is now a problem for the law for people to own a gun to defend themselves. The problem really occurs when the bad people have the access to the gun and they will do damage. The criminals, gangsters. So law enforcement has to really do a job. The mental disabled peoples, the gun seller and the gun owner's awareness. You cannot let your gun get in the hand of the wrong people. Rule of this problem is whether it's gang violence or insufficient mental health care for the serious disabled. We need to really tackle the issues at root of the problem. Thank you.